Committee of the Central Intelligence Agency's Detention and Interrogation Program is a report compiled by the bipartisan United States Senate Select Committee on Intelligence about the Central Intelligence Agency's Detention and Interrogation Program and its use of torture during interrogation in U.S. government bulletins on detainees in CIA custody. The more than 6,700-page report, including 38,000 footnotes, details the history of the CIA's Detention and Interrogation Program and the committee's 20 findings and conclusions. On December 9, 2014, the SSCI released a 525-page portion that consisted of key findings and an executive summary of the full report. It took more than 5 years to complete. The full unredacted report remains classified. Today's summary: CIA Director Goss seeks committee support for the program after the Detainee Treatment Act. In March 2006, 3 months after passage of the Detainee Treatment Act, the CIA provided a briefing for 5 committee staffers that included limited information on the interrogation process as well as the effectiveness of the CIA interrogation program. The briefings did not include information on the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques or the location of CIA detention sites. A week later, on March 15, 2006, CIA Director Porter Goss briefed the full committee on CIA detention matters, but did not provide the locations of the CIA's detention facilities or a list or briefing on the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques. At this hearing, Director Goss explained to the committee that we cannot do it by ourselves and that we need to have the support of our oversight committee. Goss then described challenges to the CIA's detention and interrogation program as a result of the Detainee Treatment Act, as well as strained relations with countries hosting CIA detention sites after significant press revelations. Director Goss described the program as follows: this program has brought us incredible information. It's a program that could continue to bring us incredible information. It's a program that could continue to operate in a very professional way. It's a program that I think if you saw how it's operated, you would agree that you would be proud that it's done right and well with proper safeguards. Contrasting the CIA program to the abuse of prisoners in CIA U.S. military detention at the Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq, Director Goss stated that the CIA program is a professionally operated program that we operate uniquely. We are not taking military, and I'm not talking about anything that a contractor might have done in a prison somewhere, or beat somebody, or hit somebody with a stick or something. That's not what this is about. Addressing CIA interrogations, Director Goss testified that we only bring in certain selected people that we think can give us intelligence information, and we treat them in a certain specific way, such that they basically become psychologically disadvantaged to their interrogator. Explaining that the key to a successful interrogation was getting a better psychological profile and knowing what makes someone tick, Director Goss stated, just the simplest thing will work, a family photograph or something. Goss then represented that the CIA's interrogation program is not a brutality. It's more of an art or a science that is refined. After the hearing, the committee submitted official questions for the record relating to the history, legality, and the effectiveness of the CIA's detention and interrogation program. The CIA did not respond. In May 2006, the committee approved legislation requiring the CIA to provide reports on the CIA's detention facilities, including their locations, the CIA's interrogation techniques, the impact of the Detainee Treatment Act on the CIA program, CIA's renditions, and the CIA's plans for the disposition of its detainees. The legislation also called for full committee access to the CIA May 2004 Inspector General's special review, as well as expanded member and committee staff access to information on the CI's Detention and Interrogation Program. In July 2006, the new CI Director, General Michael Hayden, provided a briefing for the chairman and vice chairman in which he described the Detainee Treatment Act as a safe haven that potentially permitted the CI to use its enhanced interrogation
interests of
techniques.
fairness, would respond a little bit on the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence study on rendition, detention, and interrogation was a partisan political study. It was not two-sided, and there are further facts that need to come out from those who are able to, I think, correct some of the misstatements in the Senate study. That has not happened yet. I hope it will happen, because I do believe the American public needs to know the truth of all of this. The Senate study is not the full truth.
Was there any truth in it? Was there any truth in it?
Of course there was some truth in it. It was a cherry-picked, selective presentation of information to support a narrative that was made before this report actually even was started. The announced purpose of the report, of the study, if I'm correcting Chairman Feinstein, if I'm quoting Chairman Feinstein properly, was to make sure this never happens again. I'm not sure what the "this" was, and neither are a lot of people, but apparently, as you go through the report, as you go through this study, there are a series of observations that involve information that the decision makers could have provided to the people doing the report, and would have given a fairer and more complete understanding of what happened and why. If you want to know why something happened, it's a good idea to go back to the people who made the decision and ask them. They calculatedly and determinedly avoided going back to anybody that they thought might spoil their narrative. So consequently, yes, there is some information that is cherry-picked, some out of context, and some actually factually correct as far as I know. I have not read a word of the report. I have not read a word of any of this stuff, because to me it is purely partisan, political, and the politicization of intelligence in this country is going to hurt only one person, and that's every citizen in the United States.
I just wanted to quote Senator McCain, who...
I love Senator McCain, and I would certainly agree with you that Senator McCain is the icon of prisoner of war conduct. He has suffered greatly for our country and made great sacrifices and deserves to be listened to, but he does not have all of the information either.
He said, "It is a thorough and thoughtful study of practices that I believe not only failed their purpose to secure actionable intelligence to prevent further attacks on the U.S. and our allies, but actually damaged our security interests as well as our reputation as a force for good in the world."
He is welcome to his opinion. I doubt he's read the report, and in any event, he has certainly not asked the people who are involved in this activity what they think, because they have all indicated that he has not asked them. So even he is dealing with less than a full deck.